we do have a special guest on the phone, the prodigal son himself, gracing us on Replicon Radio. Young Wicked in the house. What's up, brother?
Hell yeah. Chilling, man. Fucking just doing prodigal son shit. You know what I'm saying? Returning to places that I was once not at. All that flavor. What's up with y'all?
What's going on, man?
As you should. We appreciate you returning.
It's fucking dope.
Hell yeah, returning your call. Fuck yeah, the return call of the prodigal son.
Hell yeah, man. That's what the fuck's up, dude. So first of all, I just want to say we're doing great, man.
Fantastic.
We're living it up. First of all, we definitely appreciate you calling in and
hell yeah,
doing this with us.
Hell yeah, appreciate y'all, man.
I want to say hell yeah, man. Congratulations to you on the new record, man, the new baby, the newfound home at M&E. Like, it's a fucking good year for you, man.
He's 17.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, man, is it's like, you know, for the last few months, like since like last September, my life's just been getting better and better. So I'm really fucking happy about it, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing, man. Like, I'm excited and happy for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just as a fan, man. I can see it. Like, it's amazing.
It feels good. I'm definitely shining right now, and I got M&E to thank for that. You know, if it wasn't for the Magic Ninjas, I wouldn't be doing half as good as I am. So,
hell yeah, man. That's fucking amazing. So basically, what I want to do, we're gonna get to now, but I want to go back. I want to take it back to fucking '99 in fucking Denver with Little Mike and James Garcia.
Hell yeah!
Like. How did it all start, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are just juggalos, just like, fuck it, we love this shit.
On some juggalo shit, you know, my brother Bones was always listening to ICP, and that's how I found it. And I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and we went to in-store for Twisted and ICP during the Jekyll Brothers era at this place called Angelo's in Aurora. And we walked in, and Twisted was behind the fucking glass, like in straitjackets, scaring the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 13, terrified. And then I turn the next corner, and there's ICP, and they're like yelling all crazy and also scaring the shit out of me. My brother handled it real well, but extra young 12-year-old Wicked was just like, holy shit, they're going to kill me. Because I believed in everything that they said on them records, man. So I was just like, I'm going to die for this autograph. But at the end of the day, it was like a super memorable experience, and we've basically been rapping ever since, you know what I mean? And we started out just making shit on a 4-track tape recorder and, you know, making dubbed copies of the tapes and drawing our own covers and shit. And then we got a fucking CD burner that could convert them to CD, and then we were really the shit. And it just, it just continued from there, bro. It's crazy how far we've came since then, and it took a long time before we ever got like a record deal or anything, but yeah, man, it's a crazy experience this last fucking 15, 16 years or whatever it's been.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy to think that was you know, essentially 99 when you guys kind of started doing it.
Right. Yeah, we were doing music before that as like a family band doing cover songs, you know, in my dad's wedding band. We would do like fucking Eric Clapton and fucking Queen and a couple country songs. It was fresh, but that shit all went out the window as soon as we got exposed to Juggalo shit, and then ever since then we just been doing this.
Those are the home videos that need to be released someday.
Yeah. When our Behind the Music comes out. That shit would go viral as fuck too, I bet.
Fuck yeah. Young Wicked singing the country music and the family band.
Right. I used to have like a shaved head, but I loved Ozzy. Before I was in the ICP, I was super into Ozzy Osbourne. And I would like perform Crazy Train and headbang even though I had a bald head. It's hilarious. The footage is fucking hilarious.
That's fucking awesome, man. So you guys were doing your thing, you and your brother. Essentially, from my understanding, you guys did like seven albums on your own. You just called it like Axe Recordings or something like that.
Yeah, we were doing Axe Recordings for a while, and then we decided we wanted to change the name to Canonize after a while. Fucking Axe Recordings and Axe Murder. Well, like, it's just lame if your record label is the same name as whatever your fucking rap name is. You know what I'm saying? So,
sure.
So yeah, we had to switch that up. But I don't even know how many we did on our own before we switched it up or before we got signed. But I know it was at least 7 of them. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But
and then you guys did. I mean, so then you did Unforgiven Forest, and that's kind of when you started getting a little more recognized, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We were doing so good. Denver, you know, we helped create a scene out here with some of the other people out here, like Body Bag Syndicate before they were called that, and Scum way back in the day. Like, they were doing it and we were doing it, and fucking BBK, those are the homies. Lots of old school Colorado shit, but yeah, we were doing like shows and having mild to moderate success, putting like 300 people in a bar, you know what I'm saying? Promoters were bugging for that shit.
Hell yeah.
And then as soon as we did Forest, that's when we started trying to like extend our reach. We got a feature from the ROC on that album, and we were trying really fucking hard to go national, you know.
Fuck yeah.
We did a show called 3M Fest sometime after Forest came out, and this like janky promoter convinced me and a bunch of other rappers to show up to this barn. Like Prozac was there, fucking Ajax was there. There was a lot of rappers, right? But there wasn't no crowd and there wasn't no nothing. It was just a barn in the middle of fucking nowhere, Michigan, you know?
What the fuck?
It's just a trip. But that's when I met George Wahakis, my current manager and the head of Magic Ninja. So that's another way of looking at how crazy long it's been. Like, we met him at that bullshitty show, and fucking
he was out there with Ajax
15
probably.
years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Purple hashing it up. And we've been boys ever since, and now we're finally doing it up big together.
That's
shit.
fucking awesome, man. That's
I
crazy.
I forgot what you asked me, though, because I'm all high, so I went off on a tangent.
That's all good, man. That's perfect. So, yeah, so then after that, you guys are starting to do your thing. You're getting a little recognized. And
yeah,
then,
Forest, man. We put Forest out, and we you know, and then that contest happened.
Yeah, Underground Psychos.
Yes,
2005.
Sir. Crazy shit ever. Yeah, fucking awesome.
That's fucking nice.
It was a horrible, ruthless battle. In like every city had their favorite hometown rapper, and they all hated everyone else who was in it and hated the fuck out of us.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it was like that in every city, man, because that's how we like a lot of the boys we have now. I used to manage a rapper that was in that contest, and they all hated us. But that's how we all became friends now, so it worked out in the long run.
The long run, it took years, but in the end, people like finally let go of the fact that we won that. The ones that were salty, there's plenty of people that were happy for us, but man, it was a victory. Oh shit, and then they tried to snake our victory from us online for years afterwards, trying to tell people that we paid money to get on Psychopathic. I'm like, which fucking Psychopathic are you talking about? Because if you could just pay money to get on that bitch, there'd be a lot more motherfuckers on that list.
No, but I mean, fuck yeah, man. That contest.
What we did do, we showed up to the gathering ready to promote and work, and the other cats showed up. They thought they had it won, and they probably did at that point, showing up. You know what I mean? But we walked out there. We fucking gave out a bunch of T-shirts, a bunch of joints, a bunch of flyers. We were just like, vote for us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah, man. You guys were everywhere. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. And that's how, I mean, shit, we learned that from fucking ICP and Twisted. So, like, why not? You know what I mean? It was time to work. We did it, and thank God we did, man.
Fuck yeah,
crazy
man.
As hell.
Changed everything. I remember we were in there with, like, Havoc and shit, and you guys were just everywhere. We're like, these dudes are fucking dope. Like, these guys are
Havoc
juggalos.
Is that vampire rapper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's dope. I remember him from back in the day, and I was just like, this shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was technically his manager back then. I was.
Does he do, what does he do anymore? Is he rapping?
No, he kind of went the wrong way.
Crazy. There's this guy called Mike G or something like that, who did a song with Hassan.
Yeah.
He's got fangs. He's super, he kind of reminds me of Havoc. Y'all should check him out. Fucking Havoc. I haven't thought about that dude in years, man. I totally forgot he existed. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Because now I remember his face and everything. That's fucking fresh. Shout out Havoc.
You probably saw me standing right next to him. So
that's crazy.
It's cool as
it's
fuck.
a small world, the Juggalo world, man. We all know each other. At the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters. You know.
Hell yeah, man. So then, obviously, you won the contest. You know, you were subject to a lot of hate back then. I guess that's something you kind of got used to in your career.
It was great. I'm real thankful because it helped me to be ready for the future. You know what I mean?
I can only imagine.
The Juggalo rap game is not a fucking friendly place.
Fuck no, hell no. So then you guys
at least on the internet.
Yeah. Before the internet, it was a little easier. It's probably still there. You just didn't know about it.
It's shit's funny though, man. It's hilarious, man. Like at the end of the day, I'll read some comments and just be like, "Damn, he fucking slams me." Like some of these kids are so irate that I'm like rapping. I'm over here like, "Oh shit." Fucking man, as long as they're talking, you know what I'm saying?
How dare you record?
And it's funny too because my name is James, right? And growing up, people called me Jimmy, and now it's real popular online to be like, "We're rustling as Jimmy's."
Yeah.
And I heard that, I see now, it's just like, God damn it!
I saw a comment somewhere,
man.
Yeah, that's
taking it stride. Me and Harambe over here rustling, big money rustlers in this motherfucker, dog. I love it, dog. It's no hate for me, man. I don't give a fuck. People can say and think whatever they want. I give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get.
That early shit, that early hatred that we got, that we had to earn our way out of for years, that definitely prepared me for like not giving a fuck about, because other people's opinions are really not even my business. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, for sure. Just got to keep doing you.
Hell yeah, man! There's plenty of people who are loving it, so I'm like, that's who I'm working for. You
Fuck
know?
Yeah, man. So then you guys dropped Blood In, Blood Out. I mean, tell me if you can recall after everything that's happened. But I mean, at this time period, you're fucking down ass juggalos. You started rapping under Axe Murder Boys. Obviously, that was Juggalo influence. You just won a contest. You're signed to Psychopathic Records. You're dropping your first album. Like, how the fuck was that?
Shit was like, honestly, I mean, I was only 17 or whatever, but it was a dream come true. Despite
of course you were 17.
Despite how much 17, despite how much different, despite how much different it was than what we expected, it was still a dream come true, and we still are, thankful and grateful forever to have done it. You know what I'm saying? It was hard ass work right from the jump, like right from getting off the airplane and fucking having to figure out on our own how to get into a decent hotel instead of this piece of shit that our boy Tom Lundberg put us in. He wasn't our boy at the time.
Yeah.
This was before he even knew us, and we showed up, and it was just this crack fucking roach fucking motel room above some business. It was like, is this even like listed? Like, is this really a fucking... That was our first off the plane, we're signed to a record label experience. We were just like, holy shit, we better slow down our green ass fucking idea of how this is gonna go and start getting ready to put, basically pull our own weight. And that's what we did as hard as we could for years over there,
Fuck yeah. Eventually they got a shitty house for everyone to stay in, so. But yeah.
Say what?
I said apparently eventually they got a shitty house for everyone to stay in when they came up.
Oh, no, that never happened. But Joe owned plenty of houses, and he would let other people get it. But there was never like no designated like, this is for artists. That would have been cool though.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I lived in a couple different houses out there. It was a crazy time. I almost had my own place out there. But here's something I'd like to celebrate is ever since my Magic Ninja career began, I've been able to afford fucking my own place, a car that runs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I told you at the beginning, I was shining. Like, it took fucking 17 years, but I'm finally on the right path. I'm finally doing better, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, man.
It's fucking great.
And
it's just from working hard and working with the right people, so I'm happy about it.
No, amen. People, trust me, people can see it, man.
Yeah, and all that time in Psychopathic and coming up, I'm grateful for it because it was the best learning experience ever, and it taught me how to be in this game and do this shit, regardless of like if anybody's helping you or hurting you or what. Whatever the circumstance, you could still navigate the underground. You know, that's what I learned from being over there. So it's like, to come out clean on the other side of that, I feel like fucking Andy Dufresne in this motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Absolutely, man.
Andy Dufresne, dog. My bad. That's just funny. But yeah, dog, so we fucking went over there, made Blood In, Blood Out, and put that bitch out. It's pretty dope.
Fuck yeah.
Crazy.
So, I mean, you guys dropped that, you're doing your thing, you're out there doing tours. I mean, I guess, you know, technically you guys, like you said, you had to work your ass off. And
yeah,
essentially
man, we did a lot of like clown work. We were like always stage clowns basically anytime we were on tour. And then you know, we always had little extra shit we had to do throughout the time, and then fucking just constantly trying to stay relevant, book shows and put out songs, and you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It just kept going and going. After the Blood In, Blood Out album did what it did, whatever that was, I couldn't even tell you how many we sold, but we left. They didn't want another record from us, so we bounced and made God's Hand, and then they came to town to Denver, and we linked up with them and let them have it, let them hear it, and they were down, and that's when all the Hatchet House stuff happened. That was cool. People really liked God's Hand, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So I was pumped on that, and then we left again after that, because like I was fucking up. I was like a drunk, you know what I'm saying? And somehow that you know, I missed like 5 days of work, and you can't no show at any job for 5 days and not fucking get fired, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, regardless.
But so I took that one. I was like, oh, yep, my bad. Just took it, you know what I mean? But then we did the same thing. We went home and, or wait, no, that ain't right. We made Garcia Brothers with them. They came to town again. We talked, and then they brought us back, and then we made Garcia Brothers. And then, like, the last 4 or 5 years happened.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Well, I was going to ask you just before that, before leaving the second time there, you guys were a part of the Big Money Rustlers movie. How was that experience for you?
Dog, that was, like, one of the dopest days in my career. We flew in. It started out a little weird because a couple of homeboys, I won't put their names out there, but a couple of homeboys showed up to pick us up from the airport, and they were hammered drunk.
That's a good way to
Both
start.
of them. So we're like driving home with these guys, and they're hammered fucking wasted. That was our intro to LA or whatever. And then, but yeah, it was awesome. Like I've always wanted to be an actor, so we showed up. We had some lines that we had written down and rehearsed, but those ended up getting changed like right before we shot the scene. We all like clicked up and fucking new lines came up with, and we did that. We sat in the makeup chairs. There was a couple like German hotties doing our makeup and shit. It was cool as fuck, man. This weirdo like borderline like metro set. Well, no, he was like full blown gay or whatever. But this gay dude was like costuming everybody. He was like giving us our clothes or whatever, and he fucking walks up and puts a bright pink bandana around my neck, and he's just like, I think this looks fucking perfect. I think you're gonna like that. And I was just like, holy shit. And I'm like young juggalo, super like timid, trying to not like step out of my place or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just sat there and rocked this pink rag for like 20, 30 minutes before I finally grew some balls, and I was like, yo, I can't wear this rag and be cemented in film forever on this ICP movie with the fucking pink rag on. And they were like, yeah, of course. Change your rag. I don't give a fuck. So I just put a fucking blue one on or whatever. But yeah, that was a great time, man. That was a fucking cool couple of days. That was a shit.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's plenty of good times, you know what I'm saying? Shit was awesome when it was awesome, you know what I mean?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you're essentially living your dream as far as you know.
Fuck yeah, that's what I was basically getting paid in at the end of the day. It was like dream fulfillment as opposed to actual fucking monetary. You know what I mean? But I was happy with that.
Yeah.
For a long time as a young juggalo, I was just happy to be a part of anything they had going on, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. And anybody in that situation would have been, you know?
No doubt, Doug. Juggalo style.
So then you guys came back. You had Garcia Brothers. You linked back up with them. Like, right around this time, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me as a fan or, you know, I don't know. Did something change in you? Is that when you decided to get sober and clean up, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was June 19th that I fucking quit drinking. We were doing tours, and I've been on tour a lot throughout my life. You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to drink, and it was bad. You know, like super bad. Like in the hospital, like 9 times in a month. Bad. You know.
Holy shit.
And June 19th, I blew like $800 on like a 2-day bender in St. Louis at Pops. If you've ever been to Pop, wait.
Yeah, we're in St.
Have y'all ever
Louis.
been to Pop? Yeah, okay, cool.
We might
so
have
y'all
been
know
there.
it's like it's open forever. You don't have to leave ever.
Yeah,
you know
never.
what I'm saying?
Never.
So I'm just like
Experience
hammered
that Saturday
between
night.
Pops and the clubs, the strip clubs around it. Anyway, I woke up sick and broke, and something just clicked, man. June 19th, 2014, I quit drinking. I quit for a little bit previously to that. Like you said, around the time Garcia Brothers came out, I had like a few months, but then I went on tour and I fucking relapsed or whatever. I never fucking told anybody that when I was working over there either, because I would have probably fucking got fired for some shit like that back then.
Yeah.
But I figured it out. Something clicked, and I did a 30-day rehab. I fucking got my gold coin, and I've been clean from that alcohol ever since, man. I think I'm coming up on 3 years, or I just passed 3 years.
You just passed 3 years, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. I didn't do nothing to celebrate either. I completely ignored that it happened. But me and my lady are planning to do something to celebrate
Hell yeah.
in the future. So,
No,
but yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
cool as fuck because dropping that shit changed everything, you know? And that's when everything in my career really accelerated, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, the reason I asked, you know, it seems like to me as a fan, like that was like the moment when you changed. Like Paul always talks about the moment he put out Abominations. That was the day he learned how to rap, even though he'd already put out like 20 albums. Like that's what I feel like happened to you essentially. Not that you didn't know how to rap before, you know what I mean? But it was like
no, it definitely helped.
Like that moment, like all of a sudden it was like, holy shit, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Like he's been around for a long time, but you know what I'm saying? We went to Garcia Brothers. Next thing you know, you're a member of the Killjoy Club, which I was sure was a dream come true.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
man.
Like that whole
I
thing,
only
like-
wish the whole shit was incredible, man. And making that record, and like I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is, this is me officially saying, all they got to do is send me the beats and the tracks, and I'll be on that shit still. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Only now I'll probably be ripping it up twice as hard just for like personal fucking, you know, happiness, fucking whatever. But yeah, man, it was like as soon as I dropped that alcohol gimmick and fucking started focusing, my skills improved and my relationships improved, and in turn my career improved. And it was a good couple of years, despite. I mean, on the surface, it was a good couple of years. I don't want to go too deep into how into the shitty side of it, but so just to stay on topic, like living my dream style and fucking achieving shit I'm proud of, you know, building the resume, that definitely was there, and I was very, very fucking happy and grateful for that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nobody in the world that probably wouldn't be happy to be like, yeah, you want to be in a group with 3-6 Mafia and Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, dog, it was great. As a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and an underground fucking artist, it's just like, you know, fucking an amazing achievement that I'm very, very fucking happy about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, man. You murdered
As is
it.
everything.
You got platinum selling artists on an album, and essentially you're the best part of the whole thing. So that's definitely
I
something to be proud of.
appreciate that, man. That's the shit. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go in, you know, 8-bar verses every time. So it was pretty fucking easy, but it was like a great summer. I had like gained a bunch of weight. I was like, this was like right at my healthiest point, you know, and I was just like, fuck that. I'm gonna rip this shit up. It is dope. I still can't believe that shit happened, but honestly, I can't believe I'm rolling with Twisted. I can't believe I got tracks with fucking Blaze and ROC on the same song. Like, all of that shit is still, like, every time I make another step, like, ninjas need to understand I'm just a juggalo at the end of the day. Like, that's what I started out as, and I still get geeked every step of the way. Like, I got my CD the other day. I bought 3 of them, right? And I was just, like, geeking out, man. Like, I like the way that shit smells. Like, I love the way a brand new CD, when you open it, I love the way it smells. That's, like, weirdo style or whatever, but
I do the same shit.
I love that shit. You know what I mean? And, like, I got my Magic Ninja logo on there, my little sticker. Like, everything is a fucking achievement to me. It's all like a platinum record to me. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, man. No,
that's the shit. That's why I like talking about it, because it helps me remember how I truly feel about this shit.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah, there's a lot of good shit. So, I mean, at this time, you got, you know what I mean? You did that. You got Garcia Brothers. You're doing Killjoy Club.
Yeah.
You essentially became the head engineer up there for a while, right? Like, you're producing Joker's cards. Yeah. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, all that shit was awesome. All that shit was awesome, man. At first, the day job, the 9-to-5 job, it ended up being kind of like less fulfilling as an artist, because at the end of the day, I was just doing like show tapes like constantly, and people were just like the amount of shit that was getting put on me, and then people like bugging the fuck out. Like, it was crazy, man. So I'm glad. I was happy to have done it, but I'm glad that I left that engineer chapter of my life behind me. I might still be doing some engineering in the future, but not ever as heavily as I was over there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
But at the same time, I had a lot of issues, so it was just a hard time the last like year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Like, all that really dope shit, it kind of like fucking eclipsed into this like wave of like constant fucking like, I don't know, stress. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was rough, but I got out of that shit, thank God. So.
Oh yeah, and then you dropped.
And that's no hate or like offense to them. I'm talking about my personal life.
Yeah.
Cause I don't need motherfuckers flipping the fuck out all over that. Me personally, in my life, I was having a hard, struggling time, and I'm glad I fucking got through it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Because it's crazy, and it's crazy to come out. It's crazy to Andy Dufresne some shit, man. Every time.
Fuck yeah! No, it's awesome, man.
But yeah, I got to do the Joker card. I'll love that forever. If you get the ICP, what's it called? Outtakes album from
Missing Link Outtakes.
That's basically like the Otis Joker card.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I did like almost all of those, and fucking. Well,
you're definitely all over Found, at least.
Yeah, I was in there with them for both of them, and sang a lot of choruses and shit. It was fun, man. But hold up, let me decline this incoming call from my woman. Decline.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Damn.
Send her the link.
I declined her. She should know I'm on here right now, but it's all good. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm a young juggalo, so regardless of the hardship, the personal issues, the money stress, the what is it, like people being shitty stress, all of that aside, like all that, stale that was like clogging my fucking life's arteries, all that aside, I got to look back and be like, damn, I made a fucking Joker card, you know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
Juggalo fucking made good style, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, dog, back in the day, I used to watch, like, ICP and Twisted videos and, like, jump off of my couch onto the other couch pretending to crowd surf and shit. We used to paint up like Twisted and just go out. Like, there's pictures of that on the internet of us just walking around town, just painted up. Like, there ain't no show or nothing.
For no reason.
Just painted up. Walking around with big K 2 liters because we didn't have Fago in our city yet.
We're just out here being jugglers.
So, hell yeah, man. So as soon as, the fact that I did any of that, regardless of if those dudes hate my guts or whatever the fuck the weirdo shit is, I still did that shit. I still got that notch on my belt, and I just, fuck, man, I can't believe it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fucking positive and dope shit that happened in that time period, for sure.
Yeah, and now that I'm, like, away from the hardships of it, which I know I keep alluding to, but I don't never really talk about specifically. But like, as soon as I stepped away from that, I get to look back at it fondly, And I think that has some parts to do with why I've been like shining ever since all that shit went down. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely,
I'm like free to enjoy like my achievements and look back and be like, man, I really worked hard for that, and can't nobody take that away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, man.
So it's just like, it's dope, man. It's dope to be in a good place in my life, so I can appreciate those things instead of being all salty and bitter. You know what I mean?
100%, man.
Fuck
So,
yeah. You're like my therapist right now, dog.
I'm down. I'm cool. I'm good with it. Anytime, bro. You got the number. We'll talk.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, obviously, I would, that's right about that time. That's when things started getting rocky publicly, essentially. I don't know what was going on privately before that, but all of a sudden I'm just going to touch on it briefly. I don't want to get too into the negative, but
cool.
They hired Straight Jacket, and people started speculating, if you were still hired.
Damn, I can't even believe I didn't even remember that's how it went down, because like I had been gone for like 2-3 months before they hired Straight, but I forgot that any of that wasn't public.
Yeah,
but I'm happy for Straight Jacket. That's my homie. I'm super happy for Young Light too. You know what I mean? Like those guys got a fucking opportunity just like I did, and I really, really hope it fucking works out dope for them. But like beyond that, I know those dudes are dope artists. So I'm like much love and more power to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know one of the kind of, I guess, on topic but off topic. Well, I know one of the we were looking at one of the tracks one of the last tracks your brother released when he was doing those free releases with Straight Jacket and Light on it before they both got picked up. Yeah,
that's tight, man. I'd still do a track with either of them guys if they were still trying to. I ain't got no hate in my heart. Me and them were like homies, and all that really happened since then is we just ain't been talking.
Yeah,
So we'll see what comes of it. But they got releases coming up. Everybody keep that shit, and I hope it goes good for them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man, that's dope. So so that happened. People started speculating, and then I think the big thing was when Sam changed her Facebook status on her relationship status on Facebook. That's when shit went fucking crazy.
Yeah, I tried to explain that too. I knew that was not a good idea, but whatever. Like that's at the end of the day, me and her had a really beautiful experience, regardless of any of the craziness surrounding it. And we love each other. We have a baby, and we're all gonna be family forever now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, and that's how I treat it. You know what I mean? But as far as Samantha, personally, we should probably just not even talk about her, because those guys like to. Other people like to expose people's shit, but I'm not going to talk about the mother of my child's like personal life on the radio. But that is when the internet kind of blew up or whatever, and then from there everybody knows what happened.
Yeah.
But like you guys could look at everything and relive it. But for me, I'll just say like I'm happy it all happened. And I'm shining, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I'm just grateful that this is how things. I hate the beef shit. I wish, for Juggalo's sake, that those guys didn't want to fucking beef with anybody. But you're not going to catch me participating in it.
Yeah.
I definitely put my feelings and my life into my albums and my records. And like the Return of the Prodigal Son was made during this time. So if you go get the album, which is available now, shameless plug, then
that's what you're here for.
Then you'll get to hear more of how I feel about things. You know what I mean? You'll get a picture of how I feel about it all.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, man, I'm a juggalo. So when I seen him be like, "Otis is a retard" or whatever they said, I was just like, "No shit." You know what I mean? Like the only other person I know who beats with ICP is Eminem. And he's a fucking platinum, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I must be doing something right. Nah, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I'm playing.